I often used to say that the blood of black people was washing the concrete of Oakland and nobody gave a damn. We were losing over 100 human beings, particularly black and brown human beings, on the streets of Oakland every year for 40 years.
Police collected evidence at the scene of a homicide in East Oakland.
Days into the new year, and already at least 4 people have lost their lives to gun violence in Oakland.
In 2006, I was actually pastoring at a church in Central to East Oakland, and we had 148 murders that year. I believe that every human being is a creation of God, is a creation of the divine, is sacred. In my tradition, I was like, well, I'm gonna stretch my hands to the east and pray that God stops the violence. Now, obviously that did not work, but that started me on a trajectory of trying to figure out what did it really need to look like for me to be a part of trying to stop the violence. And in my brain, it was mathematics. If I can get you a job, if we can change a policy here in the local government, those two things plus you will lead to this happy outcome. And I disagree with that now. Structural and systemic efforts don't change the conditions by themselves. The challenges that we have are also cultural. Unless we're really going to start investing in some hearts and minds work and shifting the consciousness of people, we're really not going to be able to change the conditions. The work itself says, well, what should we do? I think spirituality asks a different question. It says, who should we become? For me, the circle of human concern is creating space for people to be what they are, human, and that I don't have to like you to accept that you're human. I don't have to agree with you to accept that you're human.
We have to become bigger. We have to expand our container and not change who the way we are, not judging you for who you are, the way you talk, but just bringing that in and developing an understanding of why you are the way you are and identifying with your journey along with my own.
We needed to do more work to bridge across our differences, which meant that myself as a faith leader had to learn what it meant to be in relationship, not just with the loved one in community, but also with the law enforcement leader. We had to figure out how to hold this relationship where sometimes that meant I was protesting you on Saturday night and then sitting at the table with you on Monday morning. Those practices led to us staying at the table long enough to do the work, and we reduced gun-related homicides by 50% over 5 years. The fact of the matter is, for me, we've got to create a world that is big enough for everyone to coexist, particularly those that we disagree with the most. Now what I'm interested in doing is not trying to be a hero of the story, but to figure out how to empower and support more heroes and sheroes that are all across our communities across this country, and find a way to build a story that's big enough for everyone to participate in.